Hello everybody, it's Area Ranger Toby here, and I'm bringing you, as promised, some of the best clips from the autumn wildlife cameras we've had around the domain over the past few months. Kicking off with these squeaking red squirrels here. So this clip, as you can see from the date, was back in August. It's got the American dates on it, hence the 8/10/2020. So as you can see, we're just into August there. They still haven't grown their ear tufts yet, but their tails have started to fill out quite a bit. And believe it or not, this isn't sped up. They are actually eating that fast. Hitting night time here in the north of the estate, and we've got the long-eared owl making an appearance at one of our monitoring stations. This is Madar month, so this is mid-September, and this long-eared owl's pretty chilled actually. You can see just about make out the sort of the feathers that would give it its long-eared name. It's pretty chilled, all laid back at the moment. It's just taken a landing. That's going to have a good old preening session. Really nice to be able to capture this on this particular camera. This is one of our volunteer cameras who has kindly lent them to us to allow us to do this targeted surveillance, primarily looking for pine martens here on the domain. But we've been able to get some really good footage of the other wildlife as well, so that we can share it with you guys too. So this long-eared owl, primarily we got certainly one, if not two, possible breeding pairs on the estate, and they will hunt in woodland. And what they normally do is they will perch like this in locations, and obviously here at one of the feed stations there's going to be lots of rodents, and it's just zooming in on a rodent right now. You can see its behavior's changed. It's looking all over in that one direction there to the right. And the next clip, if you listen carefully, there it goes. There you go. You hear it land there. Successful capture of probably a field mice or wood mouse. So over to the red squirrel hide, and we've been able to get the other really good quality camera here to get some good footage of the reds here, but also what appears at night, of course. Obviously the hide's been closed at the moment with the whole COVID-19 restrictions, but we do hope to get that open soon. Just gotta wait for the current restrictions to run their course, and all being well, we'll have it open for you. So yeah, you can see here now we're into early October, and they've started growing their tufts and put on the full winter coats for winter, which is really easy for us to now start to be able to identify individuals. And this was actually the day after the clip when I went to get the cameras here, and there were 5 red squirrels at the hide at the time, so apologies for the shaky camera. It was just my phone, and but it was lovely to see them all and start to see the territorial behaviour of who's boss. So you've got these 2 juveniles here on the right, and then that one just on the left there in the hollow, that's the top dog. You see, won't let anyone near it. There we go. Give it a little tail swishing, especially in that winter tail is so fantastic. The colours on the red squirrels when they get their fresh winter coats are brilliant. So, like I said, very easy to pick out individuals with their winter coats. They'll have quite silvery backs sometimes, and a lot of our red squirrels here at Mount Stewart have quite a dark band down their backs, and we have a couple that are extremely blonde tails, and further down the peninsula there's extremely blonde red squirrels in the Cucubbin area, which is lovely to see the variation in the coat colours. But it was obviously a great day. I couldn't resist getting the camera out just to film these guys when I was down here collecting the camera cards in. So back to night time at the hide, and look who's come for a visit. We've got the badgers having a poke around, and oh, you've got Mr. Long-eared Owl's turned up, having a good old look with that fantastically stretchy, bendy neck that owls have. This was lovely to see actually, because you've got the badgers poking around in the ground there for any of the spillings and bits and bobs. And obviously the long-eared owl's turned up to hopefully hunt for some rodents in that location, but no chance with badgers there disturbing all the wood mice. Just having a good look at the camera there, brilliant. So The elusive pine marten has made an appearance as promised. So we got some really good clips of the pine martens here on the estate thanks to this targeted surveillance. We're starting to build up a individual bib pattern. Now, this particular individual here, this is one of the males. Now, I say one of, there is one resident dominant male, and then there's an interloping male that seems to be sort of passing through every now and again. But when the dominant male obviously catches wind of any other males in the area, he's not impressed in the slightest. They're incredibly territorial, the male pine martens, and they'll have a female or other females. But as soon as any of the young come along, they will grow. Once they become adults, they will be driven off by both the males and the mother female as well. So each individual pine marten has a unique bib pattern. So this is the chest pattern. So these pictures here, most of our cameras are set to still images. This particular marten here with just those two little dot dabs is the dominant male here on the estate. And this is him. I'll just slow the clip down so you can sort of see the bib pattern. Now you can get an idea of the males are quite muscly. You can sort of see the shoulder and leg muscles there rippling quite a bit, and obviously a view of the other bits there too. But yeah, so that's the dominant male, and we've been able to sort of confirm his bib pattern, but we haven't been able to confirm the female's bib pattern yet. Now this is her, but we haven't had a really good shot just yet. However, we were thinking it was just a normal female, just one female, but then the next night, in she comes with a follower. So the young pine marten kits will stay with the female for quite a long time until they're driven off around this time of year. So this was filmed here back in October, and usually by November they've been driven off by this point. So we haven't actually seen them together on camera now since actually this bit of footage was taken. So yeah, obviously off on its own now somewhere, so hopefully we'll pop up on the cameras elsewhere and maybe elsewhere down the peninsula, and we'll start a new family as well. And there's quite a few down the peninsula now. There's a recovering population as ever. They've been persecuted for quite a long time, but they're incredibly agile tree climbers. They do get a bad rep for obviously being predators, but they're omnivores. They eat everything and anything. But most of the time they're actually eating berries, seeds, things like that. They obviously will predate on other small mammals and birds' eggs and things like that as well. But generally speaking, they're not usually an issue. I know poultry keepers will probably have a bit of an issue with them. But you know what, you've got to defend your areas. So I popped this clip in. This is a feral cat. Just shows actually some of the issues that we have here. This particular feral cat has taken a liking to the hide area and is basically clearing the place out of all of the mice that the long-eared owl would normally be hunting for. So what we do is we trap and rehome those feral cats as and when we can. So we've got the badgers back here, and pine marten's coming in from the right again. I love how slinky they look, it's fantastic. So like I say, I hope you've enjoyed a little roundup of the cameras here for the autumns. We'll see what we get through the rest of winter, and do pop any questions in the comments you've got. I'm happy to answer them, and like I say, hope you've enjoyed, and thank you so much for your support. It makes it possible for us to care for this area to do all this.